Did we really land on the moon? A cosmic reality check. So, you're telling me that in 1969, when computers were the size of refrigerators and couldn't even beat a calculator at math, we somehow sent 3 guys to the moon and brought them back? Sure, buddy. And my toaster just applied for a passport. Welcome to another episode of Conspiracies That Just Won't Die, featuring the classic, The Moon Landing Was Fake. Let's break it down. Claim number 1. The flag was waving, but there's no wind on the moon. Ah, yes. The famous flapping flag argument. People saw the flag move and thought, "Gotcha, NASA! There's no wind on the moon!" Here's the thing. It wasn't flapping. It was moving because they planted it. There was a horizontal rod holding it out, and when they twisted the pole into the ground, the motion caused the fabric to ripple. And since there's no atmosphere, nothing stopped it from wobbling for a while. No wind, just physics. Claim number 2. There are no stars in the photos. Right, because obviously NASA forgot to Photoshop the stars in. Actually, the cameras used on the moon were set for daylight exposure. The lunar surface was lit by the sun. Yes, the same one that lights up your backyard. The bright light washed out the faint stars in the background. Ever tried taking a photo of the night sky with your phone? Same deal, just with less moon. Claim number 3. The shadows are wrong. The inconsistent shadows theory. People claim the light in the photos must come from multiple sources, like stage lighting, because shadows point in different directions. Except the moon's surface is uneven. Rocks, craters, slopes. When you shine a single light, like the sun, over a bumpy landscape, shadows go wild. Want to see the same effect? Shine a flashlight over your living room full of Lego bricks. Boom. NASA-level conspiracy. Claim number 4, they used studio lights and a movie set. Sure. In 1969, when Hollywood was still figuring out how to make a spaceship not look like a cardboard box. And Stanley Kubrick, allegedly the director of the fake moon landing, was already busy faking 2001, A Space Odyssey. Here's the twist. If they had that level of tech to fake the moon landing, why not just go to the moon? Claim number 5. Radiation would have killed them. Okay, this one sounds serious. The Van Allen radiation belts do surround Earth, and yes, they're dangerous. But the Apollo spacecraft passed through them quickly, spending minimal time in the most intense zones. It's like walking through a smoky room for 5 seconds. Not great, but not instant death. Also, they weren't sunbathing. The spacecraft had shielding. NASA actually did the math. I know. Shocking. Claim number 6. We haven't been back, so it must have been fake. We haven't built another Great Pyramid either. Doesn't mean it was CGI. Going to the moon is expensive, risky, and politically driven. The Apollo missions were part of a space race. Once the US planted the flag, the race was over. No medal ceremony, no rematch. Oh, and in case you missed it, we're going back. Artemis missions are prepping for a return with actual astronauts, so stay tuned. But what about the evidence? The Apollo missions left behind retroreflectors, instruments that bounce laser beams back to Earth. Scientists still use them to measure the distance to the moon today. Also, the Soviets tracked the mission in real time. You think the USSR, at the peak of the Cold War, would just let America fake a moon landing and not say anything? They were dying to catch the US cheating. Instead, they said, yep, they did it. And, finally, the moon rocks, literally. The Apollo astronauts brought back over 800 pounds, that's 380 kilograms, of moon rock. These samples have been studied around the world. They're chemically distinct from Earth rocks and consistent with the lunar surface. You want a hoax that goes global, involves thousands of scientists across decades, and includes geologists? That's not a conspiracy. That's a miracle. Final thoughts. The moon landing wasn't just real, it was one of humanity's greatest achievements. Dismissing it not only insults the thousands of scientists, engineers, and astronauts who made it happen, but also sells short what we, as a species, can accomplish when we aim high. So no, it wasn't filmed on a Hollywood set. Yes, they really went. And no, the moon isn't made of cheese. Now go stare at the moon tonight, and remember, humans walked on that glowing dot in 1969. With less tech than your smartphone,